In answer to the question, can you over baby-proof?
Yes! Welcome back to the lab. I'm Daddy Brad.
And I'm Daddy Clay. This week is brought to you by One Step Ahead, your very best spot for your online baby gear needs, onestepahead.com.
You know, Daddy Clay, this week we're going to be talking about baby-proofing, specifically the kitchen and the bathroom. And these are two places you can really go overboard.
Well, that's true. After all, the very best baby-proofing you can do is to show up. You know, be present, be alert. It's kind of common sense, but if your kids are like mine, you will need to do a little baby-proofing.
Your kids go looking for trouble?
Yeah, if it wasn't, electrically charged, on fire, or razor sharp, it had no interest in playing with it.
How long does that last?
TBA. I mean, I'll let you know. Ongoing.
All right. Well, let's start baby-proofing. And since we're here in the DadLabs, let's go straight to the potty.
Here in the bathroom, plenty of opportunities for trouble. Now, one place you might want to start is a potty lock. Most people look at these units and say, really, how likely is it that my kid is going to fall into the toilet? Well, yes, it protects against that, but the real utility here is it keeps this from becoming your child's favorite shallow end, if you know what I mean. Because without a lock, before you know it, the blocks, the teddy bears, the family passports, maybe even the good china, down the poop chute. So a lock really helps prevent that. Then, of course, there is the dreaded sword of Crapplecles. Ouch, right? So the lock is a good idea. Now, the downside here is if you've got a second child that's potty training in the house, this is gonna cause real headaches. And maybe if dad was at the ball game, a couple of chili cheese dogs, you could have an explosive situation on your hands, and be prepared to deal with very confused house guests. Now, depending on the layout of your particular bathroom, you might like these little lockable, child-proof medicine cabinets. I really dig these, not because I find the kids rifling through the medicine cabinet trying to figure out what kind of medications I'm on, which is a lot. Mostly because the things inside here, well, yeah, it's very easy to open. You couldn't break into this with a cold chisel and a pound of dynamite, because this thing is hard to open. A lot of the things in here, they look like Skittles. Not that my kids have ever eaten any Skittles. They know that some of the stuff in here tastes good. So as far as I'm concerned, better safe than sorry. Check back later in the week for some great tips on baby-proofing the tub from the Gear Daddy.
What could possibly go wrong in here? Your kid could cut his finger off, that's what! Let's get to work. Why do we keep the candy up high and the poison down low? Instead of asking the hard questions, just put some cabinet locks on these puppies. Knives are a boatload of fun, but they're a no-no for kids. These locks are cool and also easy to install, but they do take up a little bit of drawer capacity. Now, there are lots of options to tame the fire-breathing dragon. Knob covers, shields, and also door latches for the oven. Having the kids in the kitchen is a ball. Maybe the best baby-proofing is getting the little ones involved in some way that's safe. Preparing meals is great for the whole family.
You bring up a good point, Daddy Brad, that maybe the best baby-proofing is a focused and attentive mom and dad.
Yeah, new parents are so uptight, like anything's gonna happen anyway.
Maybe the best baby-proofing is just to turn off your cell phone and all the screens in the house.
You really good at doing that?
Thank you for joining us this week in the lab. We'll see you next week. Thanks to our sponsors, One Step Ahead.
Make sure you leave us a comment and you'll be automatically registered to win a wonderful baby-proofing package from One Step Ahead. It's got lots of the things that you saw on today's show right there in the package.
That's great. See you next time. Who clued him in? Who clued him in that socket is dead? How do they know to be drawn to that socket?
I peed on an electric fence once. I knew.